just got a message from the mailroom. Your first issue of Tempo has been delivered.
Oh, it has? Where is it? I want to see it.
Well, they're bringing up several copies right now.
Yes, come in.
Just got some new issues of Tempo.
Oh, Dad, oh, bring them here.
Check this out, huh? Look at that.
Oh.
Some cover, huh?
Oh, it came out beautifully.
It's fantastic.
It's a beautiful woman.
Oh, there's my name from the desk of Erica Kane. Oh, isn't that exciting? Oh, Tad, thank you so much for bringing this to me. Oh, I just hope it sells like hotcakes.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is absolutely the proudest moment of my life. Oh, I wish Mike were here to share it with me.
Here you go, Erica. I managed to nab one more copy.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I think the staff is squirreling them away for collector's items.
Oh, Erica?
Yes.
You do not believe this place. It's like a madhouse. People are going crazy over the new issue. They think it's the hottest thing to hit the printed page.
Really?
I wouldn't kid you. Not only that, I think you've made a sizable splash in the world of publishing.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. But, of course, our readership is going to have the last word because I really have changed the format very drastically.
I'm sure they'll love it, but I got this idea. How about I go down to the newsstands and snoop around, do a little spying, see about the word of mouth.
Brilliant idea, Tad. Very good. Okay, I want you to go down to the newsstand in the building because that's where everybody goes and shops and everything, and I want you to tell me the comments.
Okay, I'll bet you 10 to 1 they love it, though.
Hurry up, please. I can't wait to hear.
Be back as soon as I can.
All right. I have no destiny without you.
Oh, yes, you do. You see, soon there'll be given to you a great opportunity, a chance to change your life. It may come from an unexpected place, but you mustn't be afraid to meet the chance.
What is it? What's wrong?
Your mother's been taken to Covington. I'm sorry, Nina. Look, your father was with her to the very last minute, okay?
Why didn't he call me? Why couldn't he have called me so I could say goodbye to her?
Really, really fast, Nina. Once she lost her appeal, they carried out the sentence immediately.
But Covington...
No.
She doesn't belong there.
Nina, relax. She'll be treated well, I promise.
Oh, are you kidding? You remember what that place was like when Brooke was
She
there.
won't be there that long. We'll get her out of there.
Stop saying that. You know you can't do anything to help her.
I can, and I will, Nina. Eventually. Nina, listen to me. Listen to me. I am doing everything in my power to vindicate your mother. And I'm not going to stop until I do.
Cliff, what you're doing is not enough. You may be able to fool yourself, but you can't fool me any longer. It's useless to keep trying.
Here you go, Daisy. You're home for at least 8 years.
Taken away to the federal penitentiary. Our son came home from school today in tears because of what the little kids were saying on the playground. They were saying his grandmother is a jailbird. before you know it, they're going to be saying his mother poses for pornographic
Wait a minute.
pictures.
Wait a minute. Is Bobby all right?
No, he is not all right. He is upset, he is hurt, he is confused. I don't think he's ever going to be able to go back and face those people again. We are none of us all right, and you are standing here trying to tell me that everything is okay and you will get her out of prison. Just like that. You cannot do it. You cannot get her out of there soon enough. She cannot survive that long. They are not going to leave her alone. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Do not come near me right now. I don't think you understand how I feel. I don't think you understand how much she means to me. You're trying to feed me all of this childish pap about how you're going to get her out of prison, how she's going to be free. Well, the fact is, right now, she is already there. She is locked up like an animal in a cage. I don't think you really understand, and I don't think you care about my mother or about me.
That is a lie, and you know it. I didn't even attend my own sister's funeral so I could be here with you.
I didn't realize it was that much of a sacrifice.
No, I didn't think of it as a sacrifice either. I thought I was helping you. And don't tell me I don't understand what's going on. And don't tell me I'm not trying to do anything about it. I just lost my damn TV job because of this mess. I have done more work going after suspects and facts and information than I have in my own hospital office. And when I'm not there, I'm at home trying to bolster your spirits because I do know how much you care about your mother. I just lost my sister. You have any idea what that feels like? Look, I know Linda did a lot of rotten things, Nina. I know that. But she was my sister, and I loved her. And I think it's awful the way she died. Awful. And I can't do anything about it. I have to live with that for the rest of my life.
No, what about me? My mother is rotting away in a prison for a crime she didn't commit, and it's all because of your sister!
Damn, Nina. Are you really that caught up in yourself that you have no idea how this is affecting other people? Look, I will carry the guilt from my sister's part in this whole thing. But it doesn't help at all for you to keep digging and criticizing. It doesn't help. I do care, Nina. I care a hell of a lot more than you could ever imagine.
Sorry. Sorry. Right. You're right. I keep losing track of how all of this is affecting you. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to. I'm just... Can you forgive me? I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you.
Nina, this is upsetting all of us. But you and I have to stick together. You and I have to support each other.
I know, and you've been supporting me so well. I want to try to do the same thing for you. I really want to try to help you.
Nina, I love you very much.
And I love you. Yes. It's, Tanya. She says it's Donna for you.
Hello, Donna.
Josh, let me fill the bird bath. It was almost completely dry, you know. The poor birds were all parched. They were flocking around.
I'll have to speak to the gardener about that.
Yeah, you should. You really should. Are you going to see Erica in New York?
That's one of the reasons I'm going. Today is Erica's first edition of Tempo.
I sure like to see her again. She was always so nice to me. It's just not the same around here without her, Adam.
Well, Stuart, you must remember that Erica and I are no longer married. She has her own life now. She's a managing editor of Tempo at the moment. She's very, very busy.
But you're going to see her?
Well, yes, on business, but there's not going to be any time for visiting.
Just for one moment would be so wonderful. Please, could I go with you? I promise I'll be good. We can even have Josh go, if you want. He won't let me get into trouble.
All right, you can come along.
Oh, thank you.
But remember, when Erica and I are talking business, you must not interrupt.
Oh, I won't. I'll sit just as quiet as a mouse and just look at her.
She's so beautiful. Yes, she is.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that my public wouldn't let me down.
Boss, you know what this means? It means that your new slant on Tempo magazine, everything you did was correct. The people love it.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's just fabulous. I knew they would stick with me. I knew the public would not let me down.
Yeah, well, personally, I think it has something to do with your picture on the cover. You know, it's quite a portrait. A lot of people were talking about it. As a matter of fact, a lot of people were wondering who the artist was.
Well, there's a short bio of Jeremy in the front of the issue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, must be quite a break for him, huh?
Well, he deserves a break. He's a terrific talent.
Yeah, well, it's obvious, but, you know, it's kind of strange. I mean, that nobody knows the guy, knows anything about him. He just sort of shows up with this wonderful gift. I mean, it's kind of weird.
A lot of things in life are weird, Tad. Sometimes you just have to go on faith.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Just kidding. Well, I suppose it's good for both of you because, I mean, you get this wonderful exposure and you get a new friend.
I get a new business associate, Tad.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, for what it's worth, you got a hit.
Well, just don't talk too soon because maybe it's just curiosity. I mean, we have to see if the readers really love my new slant.
Yeah, well, I know as a lowly mail boy, my opinion doesn't count for much, but I think you're right on track.
Let's hope so.
Hi, am I disturbing you? No. I'm Sandy Turner.
Hi, I'm Daisy Cortland.
I recognized you from your picture in the paper. I followed the trial.
I guess I am sort of infamous.
I'm a friend of Brooke English. Well, I mean, when she was here. You know.
I do. I know Brooke.
She's a terrific person.
Yes, I thought her reporting, her coverage of me during the trial was really very fair.
Well, anyway, I thought I'd come in and say hello to you. I know how weird you must feel, this being your first day and all.
You're right. It's been very strange.
Scary, you mean, right? I was shaking like a leaf my first day here. If Brooke hadn't taken me under her wing, I don't know what I would have done.
Well, you haven't been here very long.
2 months and 1 day exactly. But I'll tell you one thing. It hasn't been that bad around here since Brooke busted the drug ring. Okay, it's not exactly hog heaven, but at least you're not getting pushed around all the time.
Glad to hear that.
So listen, if there's anything I can do to help, just give me the word, okay?
Thanks. I appreciate you coming by just to talk.
You know, it's going to be a little rough around here for a while. It takes a little time to get used to the routine around here.
Time is what I got a lot of, right? How long are you supposed to stay here?
Well, my sentence is for 1 year, but I'm hoping to be paroled soon.
Really? Yeah. That's wonderful. I wish you luck.
Well, thanks. But while I'm here, I just want you to know that you do have a friend. I really think that you got a bum deal. I mean, they didn't prove anything in that trial. I thought you were innocent all along.
Why weren't you on my jury?
And that's the last thing you remember.
Well, no. Then I tried to get to the phone to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach tried to stop me. He grabbed me. And I pushed him away, and he fell back, and his head hit the coffee table. And...
Okay, look, the coroner's x-rays of his skull do show that there's a hairline fracture.
Is that what killed him?
Well, I don't know. It certainly knocked him unconscious. No, actually, what we know killed him is a stab wound that severed the aorta.
Well, then he was still alive when you left.
Donna, there is really no reason for you to feel guilty.
I don't know what happened after that, though, Cliff. I don't know if I left. Maybe I picked up the knife and stabbed him.
Well, honey, you couldn't have. You're not capable of killing someone.
I was mad enough to kill him. I hated him for what he did to Nina.
Take it easy, please.
No. He showed me those pictures. He told me he was going to blackmail all of you for the rest of your lives with those negatives.
I hated him, Cliff. I wanted to rip him apart. I wanted to tear him into tiny
that
pieces.
doesn't mean that you did kill him. Now listen to me. I want you to concentrate. I want you to try to remember what happened after he fell.
Oh, nothing. I don't know. I can't remember.
You can't. Concentrate. Try to visualize. Try to visualize Zach falling. See him falling? Okay. Now remember your reaction. What was your first thought after he fell?
I was scared.
Okay.
Because he wasn't moving. And I went over to him. And he was so still. I shook him. Zach? And then I think I
You what? You what, Donna?
can't remember. I don't know if I left or...
It's all right. It's all right. What's the first thing you remember after that?
The first thing I remember is crawling into my window in the bedroom and closing... Well, I didn't close it all the way.
Well, that's right, because I remember it was partly open when I came in to check on you.
You remember? Did you have the pictures with you, Donna?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, somehow I remember that I went over to the closet and I hid them in the shoebox.
And that's where I found them.
I didn't even realize they were there till Benny told me.
Well, that's it then. That's the whole story. I mean, Zach was still alive when Donna left, so she obviously did not kill him.
I wish it were that simple, Benny. Oh, and Donna herself says she can't remember half of what happened that evening.
It's true. I know there's got to be more to it, but I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, look. We have confirmed one thing. That he was knocked unconscious before he was stabbed. Brooke and I had this whole theory that there was probably two people involved in his murder anyway.
Well, I like it. That makes sense. Donna gets into a hassle with him. He knocks himself out.
And then somebody else who was either hiding there or showed up later, took the knife and stabbed him.
No, wait. If there was somebody else there, I'd remember, wouldn't I?
No, not necessarily. Look, he could have been hiding, or as you say, for some reason or other, you blocked this out. In which case, Donna, there's really only one way to check this out. It's something called sodium amylbarbital.
Who?
It's like a truth serum.
Oh, no way.
Now,
She's not taking that.
Listen to me, listen. All it does is clear the mind and allow the memory part of the brain to remember just those things that are triggered by certain questions. It's something that can be administered by a professional right here in the hospital.
Look, does it always work?
Most of the time. Look, psychiatrists have had a great deal of success with this, Benny. It's very safe. It's a very common practice.
I don't care what it is. She's not taking it.
Benny,
That's it.
wait a minute. Why? If it's going to clear this whole thing up.
Look, you told me you trusted my judgment. You wanted me to call the shots, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's what I'm doing. Forget it. You're not taking this stuff. Oh, Eric, it's so beautiful. The whole office is beautiful. It's like living up in the sky. Who did this painting of you?
Jeremy Hunter. Mike had it commissioned as a gift for me. Do you like it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I'd love to meet the artist.
Well, maybe you can someday.
I wonder if he'd do a painting of me.
Well, I'll ask him. I know that he's new in town. He's looking for commissions.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Would it be all right, Adam? He's a wonderful artist.
I don't think he'd be interested, Stuart. He refused to do a painting of me.
Why?
Apparently artistic temperament. Besides, he couldn't come all the way into Pine Valley. He's much too busy here.
You mean he works for you?
Erica hired him for her magazine.
Oh, Adam. I think that Jeremy would make time to go to Pine Valley, especially if that's where his commissions and his money was.
He wouldn't do it for me.
Oh, well, that was just a difference of personality. He didn't feel that he could bring out anything special in your portrait. But he may feel quite differently that Stuart.
It's the same face.
Oh, well, let's let Jeremy be the judge of that. I will ask Jeremy how he feels about it, and I'll get back to you.
Well, that'd be very nice of you, Eric. I appreciate that.
Well, you and he are both artists. You might get along famously.
Well, Stuart, it's time for you to go. Eric and I have to talk business.
Oh, sure.
I was really nice seeing you again, Eric. I miss you.
Well, it's been wonderful seeing you, too. I think of you a great deal.
I love you.
You take care.
Come on, Stewie. We'll go feed the birdies.
He's such a sweet person.
He's very fond of you.
Adam, I must thank you for talking Dabney into staying on. I really don't know how I could manage around here without him.
Well, he just needed a little stroking, that's all.
Well, you obviously had the magic touch. And I'm very grateful.
If you're happy, I'm happy.
Is that why you did it? Well, Adam, you never do anything for nothing.
I do if it involves me. This is my magazine. If my employees are happy, then they're more productive.
Oh. So it was just a matter of expediency.
Pure and simple.
Well, Dabney was so determined to leave that you must have offered him some incentive to stay. I mean, aside from the stroking.
You're very shrewd, Erica. Actually, I did offer him a rather substantial bonus. Partly because of his longevity with the company, and to soothe his ego over being passed over as editor-in-chief.
That was very generous of you. Was that all?
Isn't that enough?
Was it?
Actually, I did mention that if an opening came up in another one of my publications, he'd get first crack at it.
Well, that was like pulling teeth.
But you're happy?
Well, of course I'm happy.
You've done a wonderful job with the magazine, Erica. You're to be congratulated.
Thank you.
And since one good turn deserves another, I'm going to ask a favor of you. Perhaps you know that I'm producing a celebrity interview show with Brooke English hosting.
The answer is no.
Well, you don't even know what I was going to ask.
I will not do an interview with Brooke English.
Erica.
Forget it. Under no circumstances will I allow myself to be interviewed by the woman who is solely responsible for Mike's death. I mean, it was just her ambition to get a scoop on this drug ring story that caused Mike to be killed.
It was my impression that he involved himself.
Well, it doesn't matter. I will be civil to Brooke English for my brother's sake. Although he, too, has suffered at her hands.
They're about to be married.
Oh, I know that. I know all about that. But I certainly don't welcome her as a sister-in-law. And I will not have anything to do with her, personally or professionally.
It would be a great boon to the magazine, Erica.
Oh, please. Adam, we get plenty of publicity. Virginia Graham has already contacted me to do her network show.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Erica, you wanted me to remind you that you have a meeting in the conference room.
Yes, thank you very much, Olive. That's right. Well, Adam, you'll have to excuse me. But my decision about Brooke English is final.
Benny, I am not making any accusations.
I'm not saying that you are. I just don't want Donna to incriminate herself.
Incriminate myself?
Honey, you feel guilty enough about everything that's happened. There's no telling what you're going to say under the influence
Donna,
of that
listen
stuff.
to me. Donna, you are the key to everything that actually happened that night. No one's going to find out unless you agree to go through with this.
Look, let me talk to her alone.
Benny.
Listen, she's my fiancée. I have a right to protect her.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set up the procedure right now. Don, I trust you're going to do the right thing.
You think I did it, don't you?
You'd have every right. The guy was scum.
Benny, you stood over there a minute ago and you told me you didn't think I was capable of murder.
Honey, I don't think you're capable of murder. But you said yourself that you were so angry at him, you could have killed him.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that I would pick up a knife.
Listen to me. Listen to me. The guy was garbage, filth. I mean, maybe when you saw those pictures, it triggered something. You know, all the abuse and hatred that he's dished out. Maybe you just snapped and went wild. I don't blame you, baby. I would have done the same thing.
Well, if I did it, I can't let Daisy take the rap for it.
And I can't lose you. Now, please, please, Donna, don't do it.
I have to, baby.
No, you don't have to.
I have to know. I can't live with myself otherwise.
You could be putting a noose around your own neck.
I don't care.
This procedure on a lot of my patients, and they've all lived to tell the tale.
Does it hurt?
You won't even feel it. You'll just slip into a nice, relaxed sleep. And as soon as you're under, then Cliff will begin talking to you, taking you back in time. And you'll uncover things that you've stored away in your memory, but that you're blocking now.
But this doesn't always work, does it, Doc?
Well, no, not always. But either way, there'll be no ill effects on the patient if that's what you're worried about.
The whole thing could be for nothing, right?
Could be. Are you ready, Donna?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are, yes.
Okay. Now just close your eyes and relax. A little steady. Now, Donna, I want you to count backwards for me from 100. You can start now.
100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94.
Dear Dabney, I have approved all these.
Anything else?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I have a spectacular story idea.
I'm all ears.
I would like to devote the next issue to the most fascinating man in the world today. I'm going to target this issue at the women readers.
I'm sorry, Erica. I'm a private person. I can't stand doing interviews.
I'm not talking about you, Dabney.
Oh, you mean there's someone else out there who's even more fascinating than I?
Hard to believe, isn't it? Huh. I am talking about Gilles St. Clair.
Gilles St. Clair.
Well, you know who he is, don't you?
Handsome, debonair, adventurer par excellence.
Yeah.
Born in Tours, France, a penchant for things tall. Scaled the Eiffel Tower, the Sears building in Chicago.
The CN building in Toronto.
An interesting subject, all right. But he moves fast. So far, the police haven't been able to catch up with him because of the way he times his climbs. Erica, I don't have the slightest idea of how to find him.
Then put your assistant on it, Dabney. I'm sure that together you can come up with something.
We'll try.
I'm counting on you, Dabney. Oh, Jeremy, great. I'm so glad that you're here. I have a new commission for you.
Erica, I told you I will not paint Adam Chandler.
No, it's not a portrait of Adam Chandler. It's a portrait of his brother, Stuart. And they are so different. Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, they are identical twins. But I mean, in terms of personality and temperament, they are as different as day and night.
Well, I don't know if I can take the assignment. I just accepted a commission from someone else.
You did? From who?
A Mrs. Phoebe Wallingford.
Well, I'm fed up with excuses, Gary. You've been on this case for, what, weeks now, and you failed to come up with a shred of new evidence to clear Daisy.
Mr. Cortland, I know that you're upset.
Listen, I am just losing patience. While you come up empty-handed, Daisy's there in jail, for a crime that she didn't commit.
I understand your frustration, but we are doing everything that we possibly can.
Well, it's not good enough. It really is. I don't see how you can, in good conscience, accept my money for not coming up with anything. No evidence at all.
Are you suggesting that I'm not giving this case the proper attention? Because if you are, you know...
Mr. Sanger, my father, I think, is just... It's hard for us to understand why, after all this time, you haven't been able to give us some kind of information, that's all.
I can assure you we're not just sitting around. At the moment, we're concentrating on Zach Grayson's past. Now, as you know, he worked as a male prostitute in Center City. We've been able to put together quite a lengthy list of his former clients, and we're checking out each one of these women individually. Now, that is a very time-consuming process.
Well, how many women do you have on this list?
Right now, 20. And several of them are married and reluctant to discuss Grayson. For all the women, this is extremely embarrassing.
You think one of these women killed him?
That is one of the theories that we're working on, yes.
Well, it can't take that long to question 20 people.
Mr. Cortlandt, Zach Grayson was involved with a great many women. I'm afraid this list is only the beginning.
I think she's under Dr. Warner. You'd like to take over now?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, Donna? Donna, it's Cliff. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Donna, I want you to remember something for me. I want you to try to remember April the 12th. You were at home with Benny in the apartment. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was tired. I wanted to take a nap. Oh, Ben was so sweet to me. He said he'd stay right there. He was always taking care of Stella and me.
So you went up to your bedroom, right?
Yeah. And I wanted to sleep. But I couldn't. I hate that man.
Hate who? Who are you talking about, Donna? Are you talking about Zach?
Zach. He's evil. Had to do something.
Donna, did you go over to Zach's apartment that afternoon?
Had to. Couldn't let him keep doing that to my friends. Had to stop him.
How could you stop him, Donna?
Kill him.
All right, stop this right now!
I think this is the only way we're going to get to the bottom of this thing.
I don't care, Cliff. Now listen, Doc, you give her something to snap her out of this. I don't want her to do it.
She said she's a good friend of yours.
Oh, what kind of a friend would go behind my back and steal you away from me?
Erica, she didn't steal me away.
Well, you just said you accepted a commission, which means you're going to have to go to Pine Valley very soon. Jeremy, I need you here.
I can handle both jobs. Well, I will have to spend some time with Mrs. Wallingford so she can explain to me what she wants. But after the initial meeting, I'll go back and forth. And I'll work most of the time out of photographs.
You mean you won't have to stay in Pine Valley?
No. I'll come and go.
Well, I still don't like it. I still think it was very sneaky of her to call you without first calling me. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to call her right now and give her a piece of my mind.
Erica, you sure you want to do that?
Yes, I am.
What is it?
I just had a flash of Mike. He used to tell me when I was upset that I should just stop and count to 10 before I did anything.
That's good advice.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I guess I don't have the right to be so possessive of you and your talent.
You ain't even got to 10 yet.
Well, I guess I felt like I discovered you.
I've been painting for many years, Erica.
Well, how did Phoebe Wallingford get to you? I am curious about that.
Cover tempo.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, yes, I should have known. Well, Phoebe Wallingford is a very influential woman, so it will be another feather in your cap.
Thank you. I'll be leaving for Pine Valley very shortly. Shall I give Mrs. Wallingford your best regards?
Oh, yes, yes. You do that.
Looking forward to see the town where you and Mike lived.
Oh, huh. I always hated it. But Mike loved it, actually. Well, I guess you love it, too. Jeremy, I just had a wonderful idea. Why don't you stay in my house? My goodness, it's just standing there empty.
But Erica...
No, I insist, really. It's a historical place. It's small, but you'll like it.
Erica, that's very nice of you, but...
No, I insist, really. It's 65 Cherry Lane.
Good when he called here. Are you going to tell me about it, or are you not? Oh, very well. Very well. I had hoped to spare you the embarrassment of it, but I can see it's no use. Zach Grayson called here to tell me about you and Opal Gardner. He said he had information linking the two of you romantically.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just talking to yourself. I know.
Not unusual here, huh?
Oh, no, not in this place. It isn't.
Trying to convince myself that I am going to survive this.
Oh, you will. You may not think so right now, but it does get better.
Good. I hope so.
When I first got here, I kept pretending that this was all just a bad dream, and then I'd soon wake up.
Maybe I ought to try then.
I'll be in touch.
Ollie, what are you going to do?
I'm going to call the governor and have him speak to the new warden.
Ollie, you just talked with the governor a short time ago.
Well, it can't hurt to try again. Tanya, would you get me the governor right now?
What exactly are you going to tell him this time?
If anything happens to Daisy in that place, I am going to hold the governor responsible and that warden.
Father, please, now don't make any threats to the governor. Why don't you just call him and ask him if he can do anything to make her stay a little bit easier?
Don't worry. I'm not going to say anything that will offend him. Has Cliff come up with anything new? Any new leads?
Nothing that I know of, but he's still trying.
Yeah. You know, he's been very supportive through all this. I've come to look at him with a great deal more respect.
He'll be awfully pleased to hear that.
Yeah. Yes, Tanya, thank you.
Benny, I want to help Donna. I'm not trying to incriminate her with these questions.
Well, that's what it sounds like to me, Cliff.
You're afraid of what we're going to find out, aren't you, Mr. Sago?
I don't think Donna killed Zach.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Hey, Cliff, maybe there's a very good reason why she blocked this stuff out. Maybe that creep did something to her.
I think knowing the truth can only help Donna.
He's right. As soon as we find out what actually took place that night, then Donna can get on with her life.
Benny, Donna agreed to this. She wanted to do this. We're doing this with her consent.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Donna, it's Cliff. You were saying you went to Zach's apartment that night. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you go anywhere else first?
No. Just Zach. Parked the car down the street. Walked to his door.
Was he home?
Yeah. I heard voices.
Voices?
Arguing.
Voices from inside the apartment?
Uh-huh. Somebody was in there with him.
Who, Donna? Who was in the apartment with Zach?
It's very thoughtful of you, Erica, but I've already agreed to stay with the Wallingfords.
Oh. You'll certainly be more comfortable there.
No, it's not a question of comfort. You know, I like to study my subject, and I think it'd be better if I stay with them.
Excuse me.
Oh, Adam, come in.
I hope I'm not intruding.
No, we're finished.
Well, good. Well, Jeremy, have you agreed to do my brother's portrait?
Erica was just telling me about it. Unfortunately, I've accepted a commission from a Mrs. Wallingford. I won't be able to paint your brother for any time soon.
Do you find Phoebe Wallingford, what was the word you used, intriguing?
I don't know her at all. However, she asked me to paint a portrait of her stepdaughter and son-in-law, and I said yes.
Look here, Jeremy, I can pay you twice what Phoebe Wallingford's willing to pay you.
I'm sorry. I gave Mrs. Wallingford my word. Perhaps after that.
Erica, the tennis story came up short. Do you want me to run another picture, or shall I add text?
I think that I should look at that, if you'll excuse me.
You don't have to run off right away, do you?
No, I have a few minutes. Why?
Because I'd like to get to know you better. Where did you say you were from, Jeremy?
I didn't say.
That's right, you didn't. Why all the secrecy?
I don't think of it as secrecy. I just don't like to talk about myself, Mr. Chandler.
I find that often people who don't like to talk about themselves have something to hide. Do you, Mr. Hunter?
Why are you so curious?
Because I care about Erica and I don't want to see her hurt.
What is it you're afraid of exactly?
I'm not afraid of anything in this world. But I don't want to see anyone hurt Erica. And that includes you.
You don't have anything to worry about on that score. You see, I don't want Erica to be hurt either. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to do. Would you please tell Erica that I had to leave?
I am stunned. Zach Grayson insinuated that Opal Gardner and I were having an affair?
He wasn't insinuating. According to him, it was quite a tempestuous affair. And he made it quite clear that he intended to spread the story far and wide unless I paid him off.
By that scum, I should have... Phoebe, you didn't believe him, did you?
Well, whether I did or didn't is quite beside the point. It's all over, and I prefer not to discuss the matter of Zach Grayson anymore.
But my name could have been bandied about for the likes of Opal Gardner.
Yes, and it would have been most unfortunate for all of us concerned. Frankly, Langley, I'm not sure I could have endured having your name dragged through the mud again.
Well, I certainly hope you didn't give him any money.
Not a penny. In fact, I told Mr. Grayson off in no uncertain terms.
Oh, thank heaven for that.
Why, if one succumbed to blackmail with that man, he could have bled me dry.
Well, if you didn't offer to pay him any money, did he accept that?
Apparently. That is, unless he came to you. Well, did he, Langley?
Donna, did you recognize the other voice you heard?
No.
What was it? Was it a man's voice or a woman's voice? Do you know that?
I can't tell.
Could it maybe have been the television set or the radio that you heard?
Zach arguing with somebody.
Okay, just relax and try to remember. You're standing outside of the door of the apartment. What was the first thing that you did?
Knocked on the door.
Uh-huh.
There was no answer. So I knocked again, louder.
Did Zach open the door?
No, not right at first. Probably because he had somebody with him.
Donna, listen to me. Do you have any idea who that person might be?
No. When he opened the door, The room was just a wreck. There was stuff thrown all over the place.
Do you see anyone else in the room?
No. Told him how mad I was. Told him I wanted those photographs. He just stood there and laughed in my face.
It's all right, darling. You're in the room. You're in the room. Look around. Slowly, slowly look around. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah.
What, Donna? What do you see? What do you see?
I can't make it out. It's dark. It must belong to whoever else was in the room.
Try to remember, Donna. Try to remember. What is the object in the room?